Good afternoon. It is almost 10 after 3 on Saturday. Anybody watching? How you doing? How's your weekend going so far? I am currently on my way home from my boyfriend's. I drove over, I don't know, I think I left around 5:30, 5:45 maybe, yesterday. I found out, I think it was Friday morning, Thursday night, Friday morning, that Monkey was going to his dad's on Friday at some point. So I was like, okay, well then I'm gonna take off after I pick up Boo Boo from work, because why not? He didn't know at that point when he was coming home, so I texted him when I got home on Friday, and he said that his dad was going to drop him off around 5 o'clock today. So I was like, all right, well, I'm just going to bugger off for the night. So I picked up Boo Boo around 5 o'clock and took him to McDonald's to get dinner. Said, because I know he was working this morning too. I said, are you cool if I just sort of bugger off for the night and I'll be home in time to pick you up after work tomorrow? And he's like, yeah, go. It's fine. I told him his brother was at his dad's because he had no idea. So take you somewhere to pick up some food if you want. But he was like, yes, please. He was super hungry. It's like, all right, that's fine. I took him to McDonald's and he grabbed himself whatever he wanted. And I took him home and, packed up the car and grabbed a shower real quick. And I think I got home from work around, I'm going to say it was probably just before 3:30. And I did my nails real quick. And by the time I got that done, I had to go pick up Boo Boo. So I still needed to shower and stuff. I was still in my work clothes and everything. So I did all that and packed the car and off I tottered. It was a nice drive. It wasn't crazy. Leaving, coming this way, because it's all farm in this area, right? If you leave too early in the morning, you get stuck behind all the farm vehicles. But if I leave too late in the evening, it's starting to get darker earlier now, and my night vision is garbage, and there's not a lot of light out here, so it was kind of but it was fine. The last time I drove out here, I think it was the last time I drove out here, I got stuck behind a big rig. And this is the coffee shop. It's halfway between my town and my boyfriend's. I always stop in here for a coffee and usually have a cigarette and walk around, because I don't travel well, whether I'm driving or whether I'm a passenger. I need to take a minute. And but I pulled in here. I was actually rushing to get out there because it was getting late and I was tired, and I don't like to drive when I'm tired. But I pulled in here expressly because the big rig that was in front of me, his tire looked weird. And I don't know, just before I pulled in here, I noticed shit coming from underneath the truck. So I pulled way back. I gave him lots of space. I didn't know what was going on, but it felt weird to me. So when we came to this place, I pulled in real quick and watched him go by. His friggin' back tire on the inside of the truck was actually coming apart. It was wobbling. So the stuff that I was seeing come out was pieces of tire. I was like, yeah, fuck, it wasn't my plan to stop and grab coffee at that point. I just wanted to get to my boyfriend's. I was like, yeah, we're gonna stop, we're gonna get a coffee, we're gonna have a cigarette, and we're gonna drink said coffee. Let that guy get way the fuck out, away from me. I do not want to be anywhere around when that tire finally goes. Jesus Christ. It was freaky. But there was none of that kind of fuckery on my way up yesterday, thank goodness. No farm equipment, none of that stuff. I think it was just after 7 when I got it to his place last night, so it wasn't too bad. So I got there and we were both hungry. I was starving. I was actually getting a headache. I was so hungry. And I wanted a sandwich in the worst way. I was craving ever since Thursday when we went to that guy's house to clean and we smelled bacon like fried. He said, I talked to him briefly, and he said that he had like literally just finished making and eating bacon when we got there and then jumped in the shower, right? So we floated up the stairs to the smell of this bacon, and I have wanted a toasted BLT sandwich ever since. In the worst way. So I told my boyfriend that. He's like, what do you want to eat? And I was like, I don't know. Like, we always, that typical banter, right? I'm a girl. And I'm a vegetarian. Like, I honestly don't give a fuck what I eat. It could be a salad. I do not care. As long as it's not meat, I'm good. And then I was like, I want a BLT. The smell of that bacon on Thursday, oh fuck. Game over. I eat bacon once a year at Christmas. Okay, Christmas morning, I cook up a pound of bacon and I burn the shit out of about half of it. The rest of it I make normal for everybody else. But that burnt shit is mine. I ruin it. Okay, it's the way I like it. I don't care. Judge me all day long. I love burnt bacon. But ever since I smelt this bacon, I wanted a BLT in the worst fucking way. And I'm paying for it today, okay? I'm not feeling good. But I'm here to tell you. I said, babe, I want a BLT so bad. I want a BLT so bad. He's like, you want a sandwich? Like, yes, that is what I want. He's like, okay, I know a place where we can go. I mean, it was getting late. It was like 8 o'clock at this point. He's like, I know a place where you could probably get a BLT. Cool beans. Let's go. So we went to this restaurant. And, I mean, this place is expensive in my opinion. Okay. Like, I think it was something like $16 or some stupid for a fucking BLT sandwich and fries. Like, and a pop. I got a pop. Yeah, it's ridiculous. But anyways, I said to the guy, there was no BLT on this menu. There was like a chicken club sandwich, which was basically a BLT with chicken, okay? And I said to the guy, like, can I be that customer and just get it as a BLT? Like, can I get your chicken club without the chicken? Yeah. Chicken and bacon. Oh. That's too much. And he's like, yeah, sure. Cool beans, awesome. And it had the cheese and the mayo already on it. Usually when I order a BLT, I have to have them add mayo and cheese. So that was fine. I asked him to burn the shit. I said, tell the kitchen staff they need to burn the shit out of this bacon. Like, when they think it's overcooked, keep cooking it. Burn the shit out of it. He laughed. He's like, yeah, no problem. So I get my sandwich. And he had asked me if I still wanted like the third piece of toast, right? Like, it's like a triple decker sandwich or whatever the fuck. And I was like, yeah, however you make it, like, I don't care. Like, it's picky enough to say that I don't want the chicken and to burn the shit out of the bacon. So however you make it is fine. I'm here to tell you, they made up for the lack of chicken with more bacon. I could barely get my mouth around this sandwich. It was pretty epic. It was an epic sandwich. Like, I took the toothpick out and I'm like, of course my bacon, like I couldn't even squish the sandwich because it's like, holy fuck. It was so good. I was so happy. It is the best BLT I've ever had in my existence. Okay, it was fucking fabulous. So happy. But it was work. I had to do mad work on the sandwich. And when I finished, we'd ordered potato skins. They make the best potato skins at this place that I've had ever. I felt the first time I had them was the last time I was up here. And I was kind of on the fence of them because they had this barbecue sauce drizzled on it. And I was like, I'm weird with trying new things. Like, I'm either so down or I want no part of it. I was kind of like, but they smelled so good. And I'd never had potato skins with barbecue sauce on them before. But it was really friggin' good. So we ordered them again. And they're like $15 too. Like, this place is not cheap. Like, to me, that's a lot of fucking money. But my boyfriend was laughing at me because I couldn't finish my last potato skin because my food came before I finished with my potato skins. So I ignored my last potato to have my sandwich, was what I really, really wanted. So he was laughing at me. I'm like, babe, I'm so full. Like, oh my God, the sandwich is going to kill me later. Like, they gave me so much fucking bacon. Because I only eat meat maybe once a year when I do my bacon at Christmas, right? My body is not used to it. And I can't digest it properly anyway. So he's like, yeah, he's like, I was pretty jealous of your sandwich. That was awesome. Like, yeah, well, you're going to hear about it all fucking night because my stomach is not going to be happy. Thankfully, I made it through most of the night. I think I woke up, it had to have been after 9 o'clock. Or shortly before, because I think I got a text from Monkey's stepmom around 9 o'clock. So it was either just before I got that text or just after. I got up to go to the bathroom, and my stomach was just like, fuck you, you whore. Was not happy. So I got up and I, went to the bathroom and got back into bed, curled up into a ball. I'm like, oh my God, my stomach is so mad. It's feeling a little better now, but like just in fucking knots. Like, oh, fuck. Why do I do that to myself? I know I can't eat it. I don't know why I do that to myself. Bacon is just so fucking good. It's like if somebody offered me veal parm, I would be all over that. I would be all over it. I would die for days after. But I fucking murder that. I love veal parm. Love it so much. I enjoy steak too. Now steak will kill me for a week. Red meat is the worst. My stomach is so angry. But I love steak. I love steak. I wish I could eat meat. I miss it so much. Chicken wings. Oh my God. I used to love chicken wings. Chicken and fish used to be something that I could eat. No problem at all. No problem at all. You get into like red meat, pork chops, that shit would, oh fuck. Yeah, it'd just die. My mom used to get so frustrated with me as a kid. She would cook up steak and like it smells so fucking good. Or pork chops or whatever fucking meat she makes. She used to make a mean beef stroganoff. Oh my God. But I could not eat that shit. I'd be picking the meat out. She gets so mad at me, and I'm like, how do you, as a child, how do you explain to your mom? Like, it hurts me. It causes me physical pain. Like, I'm not being picky. It tastes good. Love it. Can't do it. She never understood. Then when I got older and I could articulate it better, I would tell her, look, bitch, fucking eat that shit all day long if I could, but if I do, my stomach cramps for days. It's not like just a couple hours and I'm fine. Fucking days. And then she started asking questions. Is it like being bound up? And I'm like, no, like 10 times worse. I can still, like, I have friends. Okay, TMI, okay? I have friends who are so sensitive that it actually binds them up, right? They become constipated. That is not usually... Red meat will constipate me. Hardcore. But generally speaking, it's not that. It's just like hot pokers in my stomach. Like, oh, yeah, stomach is not happy. It's not a good time. Now, the weird thing is, I can eat gravy. I can't eat a lot of gravy. Like, my mom came to a compromise with me when I was a kid. They didn't have to eat the meat. Now, with steak, she would make me eat steak, but she would cut off like 2 or 3 pieces off of her steak and tell me that that's what I had to eat, right? Because there was no gravy. If she made beef or anything like that, there was always gravy with it. So the compromise was that my dinner would consist of the sides, right? The potatoes, the vegetables. Whenever she made beef, there was always Yorkshire pudding. But I had to smother that shit in gravy. And that was fine. I learned, though, that I had to take some of the gravy, like, Yorkshire pudding would suck it in. So it was what it was. But if we had Yorkshire pudding, that was the only gravy that I would eat, was whatever the Yorkshire pudding sucked in, because too much gravy will hurt my stomach. But generally speaking, if I just put some on some potatoes or something, like, it's fine. It doesn't bother me at all. She would smother my whole plate in fucking gravy. And it was as if I ate the meat. So you know. But again, when I got older and I could explain it, she was like, okay, well, whatever, but you're weird. But I have friends that are super, like, you can make a burger, like, on a grill, and throw my veggie burger on there. And the cross-contamination that happens doesn't really bother me. It's yeah. But I have friends that if you do that, they're dying. They're so sick. They are so sick. So I don't know what's up with that, but small blessings, I guess. But yeah, this sandwich was it was the macdaddy of BLTs, and I was so friggin' happy. I said to my boyfriend, I should take a picture of the sandwich and send it to my coworker. Because we were talking about, you know, the bondage house and the bacon. And I was like, I should send her a picture of this BLT and tell her that we're hitting the adult store after dinner. I told my boyfriend that story and he's looking at me. He's like, you found what? I was like, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Totally. It was epic. It was the best day ever. Thursday was awesome. It was a good day at work. It was a good day. I was like, we didn't go looking for it. We just kind of happenstance to cross it, and it just made our fucking day. It was awesome. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go back and watch Thursday's vlog, because it's, yeah. I think I called that one the best day ever, and it was. It might come a close. It's in the running with the day that we watched the Kojiko people run over the Bell telephone wire thing at somebody's house. That was awesome. It was awesome. Totally missed the driveway, drove up over the curb and up onto the box and almost into the fence. It was fantastic. It was, oh my, I wish I had the presence of mind to stop laughing and film it, because it was beautiful. And then he, you know, drove off it and just took off. It was great. It was great. We're sitting there watching him do it, and we're like, homeboy, you're gonna bump into the you're gonna bump into the box. And he didn't just like bump it and knock it over a little bit. He drove up onto it, but then kept trying to back up. It's like, you don't feel that? Seriously? Like, you didn't even feel the fact that you missed the driveway and drove up the curb. Like, it was fantastic. It was absolutely fantastic. We died. Thursday is in close running with that. It was great. So anywho, we are past the 20-minute mark, so I'm going to boot. I got to get home. I do have things I need to do. So, anybody watching, thank you. I appreciate you. Take care of yourself, and we'll talk later.